Welcome to Midnight Convo's podcast with your girl Tiffany Nicole and my boy Ajak is in the building tonight.
C'est un fait, nous là.
What's up, Ajak? How you feeling?
I'm good. We're good. It was a long week, but we're good.
He's back in the building. We have a guest tonight. Nerve is in the building. How you feeling?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. I'm glad you're finally on with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Anytime. The invite is anytime. No invite is needed. So, this is Convo 56. Make sure you check out our previous convos on Stitcher, iTunes, Podomatic, TuneIn, SoundCloud, and check out our videos on YouTube. Make sure you check out us on Instagram. Check me out, my page. I just made a new one. The Real Tiffany Nicole. Ajax, what's yours?
Mine's JJax77, JAJAX77.
King Chuck, if he was here, he would say The Real King Chuck. Nerva, what is your Instagram?
Loving Me Finally, LUVINEFINALLY 33.
All right, so before we get into this week's convos, let's get into the results from Cut 'em Loose last week. So last week we had Cut 'em Loose action stars. So we had Steven Seagal, Jason Statham, who I have a big crush on, Bruce Willis, and The Rock. So you wasn't here last week.
No.
So if you were here, who would you have gone with?
Seagal.
What?
Yeah, I grew up on Seagal, but after a while, he hasn't, he wasn't doing much.
Listen, he used to grab one hand.
Yeah, no, that was all great. It was great, but then, he slowed down and just disappeared.
They all slowed down. Bruce Willis ain't doing that either.
Nah, Bruce Willis still pumping.
What has he done lately? And I like Bruce Willis. I picked him. I didn't cut him because he's a Jersey boy.
Well, because he's from Jersey, of course he's not getting cut, but he recently did another Die Hard, which was probably, 2 or 3 years ago?
That's recent?
Yeah, and then he also has this movie where his wife gets killed by some gangsters, and he's a doctor, so he goes out and kills everybody that was involved in his wife dying.
Okay. I'm with it. So the people have spoken. 67% of the people have spoken, and they cut Steven Seagal. Jason Statham got 3%. Bruce Willis got 20%, and The Rock got 10%.
So how you gonna get mad at me for saying Steven Seagal?
Because I like him. I wanted to keep him.
I hate you.
If you were here last week, who would you have cut? Steven Seagal, Jason Statham, Bruce Willis, or The Rock?
Steven Seagal.
Oh, y'all
see? There you go.
I haven't heard about him in a minute, so I don't know.
And plus, there was like an issue with Steven Seagal with.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. We're just talking. I know where you go.
Okay, so
the
with that being
babysitter,
said,
the underage. Don't do it. Don't ruin my image of because I used to love the ponytail.
it's already
slick
image.
back.
Look, listen. A lot of people did not find this man attractive anyway. I can't say, whatever, but
He was 6'3", slim, boom, ponytail.
that does nothing for me.
What about? Did you think he was attractive back in his day?
Never had an attraction.
No.
That does nothing for me. But
Time
I'm
to
just
Kill
saying.
when he was.
Never had an
And plus, once you get involved with some, rape and,
Oh God! All right,
It kind of taints your image.
I hear ya. I got you. So let's move along. So this is the part of the show where we talk about our bae of the week. So who we're crushing on.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So since you're the guest, you get the honors to go first. Who's your bae of the week? Who are you crushing on?
Well, lately I've been seeing her. Yes, I said her. Around, and I'm thinking, she looking kind of good. I would say Tamara Young. She's a WNBA player.
Oh, is that?
False.
Yes, that's her
girlfriend,
boo.
yes.
Yeah, she's. Yeah.
I guess the tongue's a tongue, right? God
If
damn.
you didn't know that she was a girl, she's very manly.
Mm-hmm.
She has tats.
She is. She's more of the butch type.
She's like the butch.
Yes.
Okay.
So she's feminine. She's a girl, but she can.
Ain't nothing feminine.
What you looking
was
at my
about to say
girl for?
feminine. Ain't nothing feminine about her. Mimi gonna get you.
Sorry, Mimi. I'm just saying. You should feel good.
me.
And I think she's young. I think she's a young girl. So you like a cougar?
Ew.
I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate.
I think it's time for me to go.
You learning some new things.
I'm learning some new things about this.
So what's her name? Tamara Young?
Tamara Young, yes.
Okay, so that's Nervous Bae of the Week.
And you put some thought into this one too. So
She was looking at her shit like.
Cause I was trying to think who I seen lately that I'm like,
you would.
Is she go?
All right.
Okay.
Ajax, Sarge, who would be your bait of the week?
My bait of the week. I should have gave it to her a long time ago because I watched the show a little bit. Cleopatra Coleman from White Famous.
Did that show get canceled?
It did, but
Okay.
she's still, you know.
I can't think of the person's face.
Me neither.
She was that comedian's girlfriend.
Oh, okay. She had the child.
Right.
Okay, I know
right,
who you're
right.
talking about. I still really can't visualize her face, but I know.
Yeah.
She was light, right? Light skin?
Light, yeah.
Okay. This is a first. This is a first that Ajax did not pick an Instagram model, an Instagram rapper.
You know what? It was a long week. I didn't get a chance to look at Instagram, this whole lot, whatever. So I went with something that I should have done a long time ago, which was her.
Her. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you.
Who's your bait of the week?
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to-
Nah, I was gonna say it,
Since
but
we there, I just get on fire now.
I was waiting for him to alley-oop me, but dang, Ajax, you slipped
No,
it.
you know,
He
yeah.
missed the show a week and he didn't alley-oop me. Okay, so I thought about this. My beta week this week is LeBron James. And the reason why I picked him, I don't even look at him in that capacity. But I picked him just because I find it so sexy what he's doing right now. I find it so sexy that he's going out and doing things for his community. And not that he just started doing this. And I just find that attractive to have that power, that authority, and using it in the correct fashion instead of number 45. And we can get into that and all that. But he opened his school last week. I promise.
I promise.
And he had this suit on. And you know, he got a body. So he was just looking right on his suit, had the glasses. So, LeBron, you're my bait of the week for more reasons than my typical, bait of the week.
So just to let you know, bait of the week doesn't necessarily mean beauty, sexiness, and stuff. It could also be about what you're doing, which is, giving you appearance of being all right.
Sexy.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I didn't like the LeBron suit, the suit that he wore last time with the short
The
pants.
shorts.
I thought that was cute.
I liked
thought that was
and I thought
Of
he
course
looked
I
good in
would.
it.
No.
And he
I'm not-
looks good in it, yes.
I'm not
I thought he was
doing
cute
it.
in
Listen, if you got the body, you can pull off anything.
It looked like
Yeah.
he didn't have enough bread to get the suit done, like the whole
But
suit.
that's the style now. They wear the shorts.
No. They're trying to get you to accept that style. For me, that's not rocking. I'm not doing it.
Listen, you come into contact with a few M's, your fashion senses is gonna be off.
Well, maybe it's because I got flamingo legs. But look, I'm just saying, I still don't find it. Leave my legs alone. I still don't find it, cohesive to the whole style factor. Why am I wearing shorts with a suit?
Okay.
It's like wearing a short sleeve shirt with a tie. It's just.
That's a style though. They do that.
Yeah, but the people that usually do it. Anyway,
Don't
mind.
go there. Don't go there.
Never mind.
Convo 56. Make sure you follow us. Join us live at Midnight Convos. We're live on both Facebook and Instagram. All right.
IGTV.
Yes. Nerva, you ready to get into the first convo? Mm-hmm. All right. So don't be shy.
Okay.
Don't be nervous. All right, but you can't peek.
Okay.
All right. So
I can't even read it. I'm all like trying to be in my zone.
yeah, no. So Russell Wilson was in the news this week, and he was in the news for like a bad reason. Slim Thug, y'all remember him? He had a few hits back in the day.
Uh-huh.
He basically went on his IG and he was saying, to the effect, I don't know verbatim, but he was saying that this is a corny dude, he's not cool, he's a geek, he's whack. And people ran to Russell Wilson's defense saying,
Right.
yo, Ciara went with all these dudes before that did her dirty, cheated on her, left her with a baby, and she leveled up basically.
Mm-hmm.
So my question to you guys is, for the ladies that like bad guys, the ladies that like thugs or street dudes, can you easily switch over and now be attracted to good guys? Is that a thing? And I'm going to start with our guest first. So if you like bad boys, can you be attracted to good guys?
That's a hard question because I do like bad boys.
And bad girls?
We won't talk about that one. But But can you switch? I feel like you can switch, but I feel like you always, in the back of your mind, gonna always want to go back to that bad boy. I feel like Sierra's in a place where she is, I guess, loving Russell for who he is and what he's doing, but I think deep down inside, she still has that inkling for Future. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or that image. I don't think she's, I don't want to say not as happy, because she is look happy, but I think she was, I feel like with me, let's say with me, once I leave a bad boy and I go with a good boy, it bores me. It doesn't.
It bores you.
Yeah, it bores me. So I have to go back to what I like.
Yeah, but then
it's like you gotta go, and I understand people say, well, you gotta change it up sometimes to get where you need to go, but I like what I like. And if a bad boy is gonna give me what I need, then that's what I'm gonna stay with. I'm not gonna go with a good boy and then eventually he's gonna be corny to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
okay, but if you're going from bad boy to bad boy, then something's not working. So you need to either give the bad boy a fair chance to either change into something better, or you give the good boy a chance to do something that might actually level him and you up.
I mean, I've dated both, and I'm still
like the bad boys.
Mm-hmm.
But my question to this, to play devil's advocate, when is bad not good? Like, if they still doing you the same way, you're not getting anywhere with this dude. He's not trying to settle down with you. He has random chicks. He's doing his thing. He's not making you a priority. When does that good guy,
But
look appealing?
When we say bad boy, it don't necessarily be somebody who's in the streets. I'm talking about bad boy as far as swag, as far as appearance wise. I like a dude who got it up here and is willing to treat me good, but got the physique of the bad boy image. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I'm talking about men that are bad, not necessarily like in trouble, but just are not the typical good guy. They're about. They ain't trying to settle down. They just trying to run through you. They ain't changing that MO. They ain't gonna treat you right.
Good for nothing, dude.
There you go.
Right.
But how do you characterize just because he a bad boy? That's what it's gonna be. He could be. You might be.
It's not a
I'm not saying
stigma.
you
It's
might
not
be
a
the one that
stigma.
changed
It's just
him.
something that just runs current. It's just, look, if he's a bad boy, there's no.
I don't believe that, because there's bad boys that's changed and settled down with one person. So
is it okay to say 60? That if a bad boy doesn't change, then it's probably your fault as the woman that's with the bad boy? Is it okay to say that?
No. I mean, when a bad boy's ready to change, they always tell you when he finds who he looking for, he gonna change for it. Nobody can make him change.
And coincidentally, you'll never be the person that
How do you
makes
know?
the change. I'm just saying though, because listen, if you have somebody that goes from bad boy to bad boy to bad boy to bad boy, when is it changing?
My question is that when we pass up the geeks, and I'm just talking in general, not you per se, but when we pass up these geeks, right? When these bad boys are done with us, stretched us out, and we looking old and rusted, now we want to go to the good guys, right? But we've been ran through by a bunch of bad boys looking raggedy.
Right.
But do you honestly, with Sierra and Russell, do you honestly think that she's 100% happy? I feel like with Future, it was that challenge, the extra. Russell, it's like he's more like a passive guy. Like, he let her do her,
Yeah, but you know what?
And sometimes you need that energy.
The challenge.
Yeah.
But check this out though. Just because we see Russell in one light doesn't mean he's not the other. We don't always have to show all our colors all at once. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And if she's been through a bad boy, it's kind of like, you know what? Maybe I need to change this. You need to grow up a little bit and be like, okay, you know what? I need to change this. Let me go on this side and let me see what happens. If it works, it works. So, first of all, I don't think Slim Thug had any business talking about, she's just with him for the bank and whatever he had said. It's nobody's business.
True.
Unless if he's mad that he could have got her and didn't, or, it just doesn't make any sense. Let them be. Obviously, she's happy. Or whether she's securing her bag.
But, I think, like, we don't know their relationship.
True.
We don't know what goes on behind closed doors. So that's why I opened up even wider. Like,
He can have this image of a good boy and not truly be a good boy behind closed
or
doors.
He probably beats her ass and nobody knows, and she ain't gonna say shit because she wants to secure the bag.
Oh, and he just read up with that money. He got
There
that
you go.
extension.
So
But-
she ain't going nowhere. That's why she did her little level up video. Level up.
And she might have a hit, but my thing is, you know, everybody has multiple faces to them. You know what I'm saying? You can be a bad boy, you know, and you won't change, or you might be that good guy that appears to be good, and you know, in the bedroom, you might be the biggest freak.
Right.
You don't know what the situation is.
You don't need to show all your colors all at once. Fuck all that shit.
He might be holding it down in the bedroom,
Facts.
or you know, Sierra, get your shit right. You
Listen,
know?
he probably got her upside down with the chokehold, with dogs in the room, and she can't move, and she loves that. And you know what? That makes a big difference as to the other dudes that she's been with.
Absolutely. Think about Future that has like 8 baby mamas, including her. Like, do you want to keep going down that road with those type of guys?
If you're smart, no, you don't.
I think she was messing with 50 at one point in time.
Did she?
Yeah, way
Did
back
she?
in the day. They was
I know she
dating.
messed with Bow Wow,
That was Kitty Puppy Love.
but he wasn't Thug.
He was a thug.
That's who else she been with.
Wow.
The Future was like the whole.
The Future was the big one, but she messed with 50 Cent. 50 actually said that she was one of the ones that he let get away because he wasn't ready. So,
No.
you want to stay around and wait for these bad boys? Or you go to the dude that is going to show you love, that's going to take on the responsibility of your child that's not his kid, you know?
I say this, look, it's okay to experience. It's okay to try. And if you find an angle with the bad boy, do it. But if you're switching from bad boy to bad boy to bad boy, then there's something wrong.
I agree.
So with that being said, if you decide to switch and make a smart move for you, and especially if you have a kid or, you know, whatever, it's just like, do what you need to do. But at the same time, make it a smart move so you don't keep going from one to another, mistake after mistake after mistake.
Nothing's wrong with leveling up, level up.
Nah,
level
not
up,
wrong.
level up. Nothing wrong with getting someone that's going to treat you right and put
But
you
you
in the
gotta
right
be honest
position.
with yourself.
And what
be
you
honest-
like.
Right.
Because you don't want to be stuck with a good guy and he's just boring as hell.
Amen.
You know, and boring in so many different facets.
You know what?
In
Now
so
that
many
we're
different
talking
ways.
about, I think it comes down to honesty. You have to be honest with yourself. You can't be fooling yourself trying to impress somebody else or other people.
I agree.
All right?
So we want to know your thoughts. Can someone, a female that's been in love or really goes for the bad guy, can they automatically switch and now be attracted to the good guy? The good guys win. That's the question.
Well, you know what? It goes vice versa. There's guys out there that like, you know, the thuggish girls or whatever, but
The ride or die
The
chicks.
ride or
That's
die
gonna hold
chicks,
those
you
bags
know,
for me. That's
yeah.
gonna take this weight to Texas or North Carolina.
you know, strap that thing
Yeah.
on your thigh like Lil Kim or something. I don't know, but hey,
To each his own.
right.
All right, so let's move right along. I want to know. I was speaking to one of my girlfriends, right? And she's 32 years old, and she still lives at home, right? Now, don't get it twisted. She's master level educated. She has a great job. She just started her private practice. She's Latino. She's Colombian, and a lot of times in the Hispanic community, they stay with each other.
They
for a
stay
very-
over, okay.
They don't
That's
rush you
different.
out the
No,
household,
no,
right?
right.
So she's able to save money. So right now, if she wanted to, she can leave her house, her mom's home, and go purchase a home. No problem. But I noticed in black communities, black families, we don't do that. You know, you 18,
Right,
get
right.
your ass
Get the
out of
fuck
here.
out,
You get out.
It's
So-
not all, but
not all, but majority.
Right.
A good portion. So I wanted to know, based on your opinion, at what age is it appropriate for our grown children to go figure it out? What age?
I don't believe it's an age. I believe it's when you're ready. A lot of people stay at home with their parents, especially women, until they meet that man and they get married and they move out. So they stack up. A lot of guys stay at home because they feel like, okay, why rush off and do my own thing when I could stack up my bread and get what I want instead of just rushing out into the world and settling for a 1-bedroom apartment or whatever when I have no responsibilities, I have nobody, so why not just stay here, help my parents out, and then when I get ready to, I'll move out. I guess it depends on your
situation.
you're ready.
That's because you're not doing a lot of fucking. If you were fucking, you were trying to think about.
I mean, there's hotels and there's other things to go to.
No, listen.
Besides
listen,
rushing out your.
I hear you. You made a good point, but what I'm saying is, if you're a dude, you're bringing girls to your mama's basement and shit like that. You know, you at one point you think about it like, nah, I need. There's some pussy you missed out on. You missed out on because, you know, she walks in, oh shit, you stay in your mama's basement? Nah. And walk the fuck off. At one point, you're gonna be like, you know what? Damn it, I need my own place. Girls, it's usually different. Some guys usually get excited because they're going home, they're gonna smash you while your folks are home, but still. If you're doing a lot of fucking, I think you might want your own privacy, your own place.
I feel like with men it's different. I feel like with men, us women look at it like, okay, you 35 living in your mother's house. That don't seem secure for us. Like, okay, you need to have your independence. But girls is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could be 35 living at home and a dude won't like stress
Double
it.
standard.
It is a double standard.
No, it's not. But what do you think about?
It is kind of the truth. Because I can live at home with my mom and it's not that big of a deal for a dude. But you, if I come to your house and you 30 years old, you live at home with your mom,
for me,
like, yo,
for me, it'll be a big deal. If you're 35, you're still home, so I'm looking at you like Rapunzel, like, what's going on? Like, why nobody has access to you? Like, why are you still here? You know, something's wrong.
If the situation, because it's true what Nerva said, it's a double standard between men and women. But let's just say you're 35 years old, man or woman, you're living at home, but you're taking care of your parents. Yeah. Do you look at them different?
At the person or the parents?
The person.
Well, listen, if you're there due to circumstances of the parent issue, then no. But why are you still in that position where it came down to you living there to take care of your parents? That means you've been there the whole time. You never.
But sometimes your parents need more help than you living down the street. You know what I'm saying? They might need that 24 hours, somebody in there.
That care.
Or you come home from work, they got the nanny during the day, and afternoon, I take the shift.
You're absolutely right about that. You know what? You're absolutely right. But then again, the natural occurrence is that you get the fuck out at some point, and if they need help, you come in on a day-to-day basis and you give the help. But if you're there, trust me, it all falls on you. Like, if you're here anyway, so you might as well.
Yeah.
Now, question. If you were dating someone, you were getting serious with that person, and you found out that they lived at home. Parents are good. They just decided that I'm going to stay home, stack my bread, whatever the case may be. They're 40. Would that be a problem for you?
It would.
Tell the truth.
It would. Only because I feel like when I want to come to your crib, I want to come to your crib. I don't want to come there and have to sit with see your mama and your daddy.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
And it ain't about just fucking. It's just like, I want to come to your house and be relaxed. I want to be able to walk around your house
naked,
wash dishes if I want to, or clean up.
Which
if your mama live there, she take care of
which all results into fucking. Just like I said.
And your mama gonna look at me like, okay, why is she walking around my house? You feel me? I want to feel comfortable when I'm at your house. If you're a 40-year-old man, you should have your own spot. Yes, you should.
But don't get me wrong. Things do happen. People do get off. They spread their wings and shit happens. They miscalculated. They come back. And they need a little shelter before they could go back out again. There's that. But don't make it a long period of time where you're sitting there. I'm waiting. It's been like 5 years. You're still in that same basement.
Why would you go to the basement?
No, I'm just saying, it's usually
that's stereotypical.
Yeah, stereotypical. Because the moment you grow up, they kick you out. The basement's the only thing that's available to you. That room has been used for storage or guest bedroom.
Very true. We want to know, what do you think? Like, what can you...
I had to step off for 1 second.
Go ahead. We don't want you to choke on camera. Now, does that look bad that you are staying home with mommy and daddy? You know, share your thoughts. Let us know. See, this is my thing. I feel that my household will be open to my children for as long as they need it. If they're working towards their goals, going to school, working, trying to purchase a house. But I'm not going to allow my children to stay in the home if they're just
We're not supporting your habit of you smoking weed, drinking all day, and not doing anything for yourself.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's a no-no. If you're
Right.
going downstairs...
Or you want to sit there and use my house just to fuck all day. Nah.
Yeah, we're not a hotel. We're not a Motel 6. But if
As a
you're
matter of fact-
actually doing your thing, then I'm with it. You can stay here until you got it.
Like I said, look, when it comes down to me, if my kids, were busting their ass to do something, the house is yours. But if you just using my house as a, whatever, nah, you gotta get the fuck out. Because I want to walk around my house butt naked too at one point. I can't do it if you're still here.
No.
Or I'm going to start doing it. I'm going to make you feel really uncomfortable about being here.
Absolutely. Like, it can only be one queen in the castle. It can only be one king in the castle.
Right.
So, if you're going to do what you need to do while you're here, stack your bread, so you can just transition into your own spot, or you're in school and you need that extra support, I got you. Mommy and daddy, we got you. But if you just fucking off being that scrub.
But how old is that though? You saying 40. How old would you allow your child to be in your house?
I think 40 may be a little too far
I
out.
think 40 is a bit much.
That's a bit much.
I mean, you like 28, 29, 30 maybe.
But
I think from there you should be
like I said,
established.
You should be.
shit does happen. So if at 40 you lost your apartment due to, I don't know, whatever it is, you need to come home for a couple of weeks, fine. But you've been there since 35 and you're 40 and you're still there? Nah, nigga. Like, I need to move down to Florida. What are you gonna do? You need to figure it out.
For real. So this is Convo 56. Convo 56. Make sure you check out all our previous convos on Stitcher, iTunes, Podomatic, SoundCloud. Tune in. Check out our videos on YouTube. And what we need...
That 5-star rating.
So if you're on right now, go to iTunes right now. Just give us a little review. Write something up real quick saying that we the shit.
Real quick.
And, that'll be good.
You want a beer?
How is this beer?
You know what? This beer's not bad.
Who's the beer from?
This is called Bloodline. This one actually is called Blood Orange Ale. It's not bad. And they have different varieties. This one right here is 7%. They have the next one, which I saw, which was, I thought it was called Raging Bitch or something like that. And that was like 8.3, and the next one was 8.7. So check them out. Bloodline.
All right. So with that being said, we're going to get into our song of the week. Mr. Ajax.
Yeah. Our song of the week is California Hills by Stuicide. That's Stuicide. Follow Stuicide on IG and Facebook. Stuicide. California Hills by Stuicide. Gotta do it. If you feel it, you feel it. Suicide, you got one. You got one, suicide, you got one. Okay, all right.
So what are we giving? Thumbs up? Thumbs
Nah,
down?
I'm definitely giving that a thumbs up.
Nervous?
Thumbs up, thumbs up.
We liked it. Like, good, bouncy. I can groove with it. Suicide. He's from North Carolina.
Okay. And y'all got the message from Chuck last week. Hey.
Chuck was brutal.
It was
so
raw
bad.
and uncut and brutal, but guess what? I think that made a change in what people are sending over. This is dope.
This is hot, so make sure you check him out on Facebook or Instagram. Suicide, California Hills. Make sure you send any song that you want. Reggae, pop, R&B, hip-hop.
Producers, send your beats in.
Producers, poets.
Spoken words.
Send it to us. midnightconvos247@gmail.com. Before we move on to the next convo, I wanted you to answer this question that was put out there. What do you consider a bad boy or a good
Wait,
guy?
who sent that question?
That's from Douglas.
Okay. Good looking out, Douglas.
All right. Well, in my opinion, a bad boy. Well, I don't like him too hood. I'm more like the swag. I consider thug. Like the way you present yourself, the way you out here. You know, I feel protected by you. I don't feel like if we in the streets that if somebody pop off, you going run. You feel me? I'm not saying you gotta be shoot 'em up, bang, 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 bang. Not like that, but I just want somebody who can stand up and not be so, let's say the word pussy. I don't want no pussy nigga. I want a straight up, you know.
I mean, why do you still want to be in an area that might be bang, bang,
It
bang,
ain't
bang?
about that. You can be in the. You can be in
You're
the.
putting me and yourself in a bad position. Like, okay, you know.
No, but sometimes dudes come out their face funny when they see a chick and they want to come at you. You feel me? I want a man who's gonna be like, yo, that's that's my shorty. I don't want somebody who's like, oh baby, it's
Y'all
okay.
need to change.
You know what I'm saying?
You need to change your hanging spots because
It's not about hanging. It could be anywhere. You could be in the whitest of whitest, and somebody, you know what I'm saying, like
Will test you.
The
try
lightest
to
of
test
whitest?
the whitest of whitest, and somebody would try to test you.
Well, guess what? The whitest of whitest would not be like, what up, man? They don't be doing that.
But you get what I'm saying, Tiff? You a female, you know what I'm talking about.
No,
You don't want nobody who's all nerdy.
You don't want a soft.
Yeah, I don't want nobody who's soft. That be like, oh, babe, it's all right. Just keep walking.
Well,
keep
let me say
walking.
something.
No,
Let me say something. Look.
Defend my honor.
Yes.
The bad boy type usually goes after the good girl type, right? Which means that he's trying to get out of his situation. You, the good girl, dumb, you want to go to the bad boy situation. So you should understand this. He's not trying to date you and still be around in the area where he still has to protect himself and you at the same time. Think about that.
But you know what? Based on what she was saying, nothing more sexier than that dude that you would expect to get rowdy. Like
So
when that geek, that nerd gets real, get brolic, it's sexy to me. Because you didn't expect it. You know when you have a dude that's always about it, he's ready to fight. You know what to expect. I'm with that. But when a dude that's real low key and he's like,
very quiet and conserved, but when it's time to
get down,
each woman dates a man who she thinks is gonna do the right thing for what she took him for. If you get a thug, then you know the thug's gonna either beat your ass or beat somebody else's ass. If you get a good guy, you know he's gonna be a good guy no matter where he goes. So the environment changes.
But what's the difference with good guy? I mean, I don't want to say it like I be out here liking these dudes that be shoot 'em up, bang, bang. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I like
But you don't mind that though.
I do mind that. I do mind that because I protect myself too.
You wanna be in the car like, oh my god,
No.
you need that adrenaline.
Oh, you sitting there like, I needed this today. Like,
She gotta go home and put it on.
like
Not like that. No. I'm saying I don't like.
I find it funny how girls on the car, they see their man pop out like, yo, fuck this nigga. No, babe, what are you doing? What are you doing? And you come back in the car, you all quiet, like, I can't believe this. And that excites you. That's fucking bananas. That's fucking bananas. When does that get old?
It's not about. It's about defending my honor. I want to feel like when I'm out in the streets, if anything happens, I know I'm protected by you. Point blank, period. Some men are soft, and there's nothing wrong with being soft. Some men don't like confrontation. I get it. I'm not saying every time we go out in the streets for you to be like, you looking at my girl. The fuck you looking at my girl? I'm not saying that, because then that gets old. You be like, nigga,
But therefore, so what do you need a bad boy for if you're not wanting somebody to defend your honor? What are you doing that you want somebody to defend your honor?
All the
She's
time.
just
I'm
saying when it's time
when
to
it's
get
necessary.
there.
I don't want
So
somebody
you
who's
can't.
always getting rowdy. Like,
People that say things like that is usually somebody that goes down like, what the fuck? Yo, hey, don't make me call my mans on you.
Don't make me call my
next
baby
thing I know,
daddy.
here I am at the movie theater like I'm buying some popcorn, and then you tell me, babe, this nigga just called me a bitch. What? Now I gotta drop my popcorn, which I paid $15 for, and then what? No, you caused this.
You did.
no, I don't start trouble. I'm into swag. Swag is big for me. I like a dude swag. And y'all might call them bad boys because I like the dreads. I like the, the swag look. It don't necessarily be bad. I want somebody who has their
So
mental
you have a
too.
look.
I have a look.
So you like
So
dreads?
it's not more of the person, it's a look.
Do they have to have the criminal record?
They'll get you every time if it's just a look.
The dreads, the criminal record.
Been locked up for a few years. So I'm joking.
So he got a jacket. You like
Yeah,
niggas with jackets.
jacket.
It's all good. We don't
You know
judge
what?
here.
I'm just now discovering a lot of things.
joking.
So I hope that answers your question, Doug. What's a good guy?
I got more
Bad?
questions.
Thanks for the question, Doug.
We'll do it over the phone. I got more
You
questions.
got more questions for her.
Next topic.
Next topic.
Jesus.
I wanted to talk about that. I don't know if you guys caught this story, but a judge in Ohio, he had a defendant mouth tape.
Oh yeah. I saw that bug.
And the reason being is because he kept speaking, he kept talking. The judge
Trying to defend
kept giving this person time to, get yourself together. He warned him, listen, stop talking. I'm going to make this sentence. I'm doing my portion. No more talking. He kept talking.
Right.
So then you see 6 officers behind him literally taping his mouth.
And that still wasn't enough.
And yeah, so he was still trying to.
They came back. They came back and gave him a second round of tape.
Absolutely. So
Seriously?
Yeah.
I want to know what's your thoughts on that, because I personally found it like demeaning.
Yeah.
Like, I thought there was other ways that they could have went about and excused him. Got him out, physically out, instead of putting tape on his mouth. Not once, but twice.
Is that even legal for them to do that?
I mean, at the same time, it's you have some judges that could be dicks. You start talking and they just toss.
But
you
they
out.
escort you out the
They toss
plaintiff.
you out.
Take them
Wait,
out.
no. Not only do they toss you out the courtroom, but they also add more to your sentence, or they make you pay for
Punitive damages.
Right.
Was this a black guy, white guy?
Of course it was.
It was a black guy
with
and
a white judge.
And a white
We're
judge.
not saying that that's that.
That is what it is. It's to
Demean.
like it's like to embarrass you. Like, I'm a grown person. If I want to speak freedom of speech, I can say what I want to say. Now, if you don't want to hear it, that's one thing. You could tell me to leave your courtroom. But for you to
He couldn't
hold me
leave. He
down,
was in an orange suit, by the way.
okay, well, they could have escorted him out. For you to sit there and put tape on my mouth, like, who does that? We're not animals. I'm not an animal, so why would you feel the need?
I guess in some way he wanted him to listen to his sentence or to whatever he had to say.
Okay, you could have escorted him out, and then he would have heard his sentence later on from whoever. They could have went back in wherever they took him to the jail and told him what his sentence is. I think it's demeaning. They try to demean him. They try to put us down like they usually do. No offense, but I'm just saying, keep it 100. And if it was a white person, you really think he would have did that to him?
I can't say if this was I don't know the judge personally or anything about him. I can't say this was a black and white thing, but I do feel like judges sometimes do feel like they have so much power that you need to abide by and let them do what they're doing without you having to say so. I didn't see any lawyers next to him, so I'm thinking he was defending himself. So with that being said, I think he was trying to defend himself and did not have the chance to do so. And at some point, you could hear him say,
You're not allowing me to speak.
"You're not allowing me to speak, and this is something type of law or whatever." So I think he did his homework as far as what he needs to do and say for his case or in his defense. But at the same time, he was also there for not a misdemeanor crime. He was there for something. What was it?
It was a felony. I think it was robbery.
But does that still give you?
And that's the thing. No, I think you're right. I don't think it gives you the right to tape him. That's, to me, that's inhumane.
That is inhumane.
However, I want to say this. I'm not defending his actions at all because he's there for a particular reason. He robbed someone. And I think he got a major sentence. I don't know all his charges, but he wasn't there for just stealing candy.
Right.
So that, I don't want to get it twisted. But that's another question. Would they have done that to a white person? Who knows? But to do that, has to be the first time.
I think that's a scapegoat. I think that's a scapegoat to try to easily make it a black and white thing. We don't know.
Absolutely, we don't.
So with that being said, just the tape alone, I think is demeaning. Just like you said.
Absolutely.
It's demeaning, it's disrespectful.
And that judge should be punished for that.
And I think he will be because once they saw it and the news got a wind of what was going on, there was a lot of lawyers and different people were saying different things and commenting on this because that's, that has never been done in the court.
Like, these people in authority think they have, like, the highest, they can do whatever they want and it's cool. That's not cool. You're not going to tape up my mouth. I'm going to speak. If you don't want to hear it, you're going to escort me out your courtroom. That's it. But you're not going to tape my mouth down.
Chances are, of course, he's a judge. And if he's getting a lot of backlash, he will never get off the chair. And even if he does, with the president that we have now, most likely he's gonna stay because it's gonna look like he did the right thing.
Yeah, 45 was like excellent job, good job.
I don't even give him a number. I call him fucking Cheeto.
Who's 45?
Cheeto.
Cheeto, orange man,
the orange guy,
the orange guy, Cheeto. So we want to know: did you hear about this? Did you see this? What's your thoughts? Do you think it's inhumane that you could tape someone's mouth shut? That shit is crazy. Like, what have we come to where a judge can say, "Hey, shut
I'm gonna
his
tape
mouth
your
shut."
mouth, right? And then the cop that put the tape, he did it with such a vengeance, kind of like, deep, like shut your mouth, nigga.
And you know what's so funny? Just to add this tidbit, I think he did have representation, but he said that his representation wasn't representing him in the fashion.
Which in most cases
is true.
If
you have a public defender. So he was saying that he told his lawyers certain things that he didn't address. So it was like, shit, y'all trying to send me down the road for this amount of time. Because I think he got like double digits years. So he's like, I got to speak my piece if y'all send me up the road in a federal prison for whatever amount of time.
Especially if the defender is not trying to defend him. Not trying to say his key points. Like, no, you want to listen to what I got to say.
Look, with this being said, this might be slightly off topic, but y'all need to pay attention. What's happening is that a lot of black people going to jail for no reason or getting killed. We're being bred and raised to go to jail, to go to the system, because that's a business. The others are being bred to be politicians, to keep putting us in jail. Open your eyes.
Wake up! That's the best thing we can say. Wake up, because it ain't looking good for us.
Nope.
And especially our black men. So,
imagine what we go through. Anyway.
So, let us know. Convo 56. Make sure you check out previous convos on Stitcher, iTunes, Podomatic, TuneIn, SoundCloud. Check our videos out on YouTube. And what we need, Sarge?
5-star rating.
And if Chuck were here, he would say, "You know it!" So, last convo before we get into our cut 'em loose.
Spit it out.
I want to word it right so that I'm not offending people.
Fuck that.
But just basically, as Americans, people in America that live in this country, we are the biggest consumers. We consume so much. When we get paid, if it's not earmarked for car note, mortgage, rent, or whatever the case may be, the necessities, we blowing this shit on stupid stuff, whether we need it or we don't.
Right.
So my question to you guys, and I'm going to start with, I guess, Nerva, do you feel that we overextend ourselves and we live beyond our means? People in general.
Yes, I do. And I say that because I'm one of them. I'm guilty of it.
She's honest. I like that.
I'm guilty of it. I live like I'm a millionaire. I do. And I buy and I buy and I buy. And half the time, I'm like, what do I need all this stuff for? Just because it's there. I do. I like to shop. I like to spend. I like to spend money. And it's a sad thing that we do this, but it is true.
I think there's usually something that triggers that. Are you shopping because you're compensating for something else, or you're just shopping because it makes you happy?
It makes me happy.
So then, I asked the same question twice. So you basically...
I guess compensating for happiness.
Right.
I shop a lot, especially when I'm stressed or going through retail therapy. I do it.
But then you turn around and be stressed again because you spent all that money for a game.
So it's like a never-ending cycle, yes. But I'm honest, I do. I feel like we do. A lot of people live above our means, especially if we know, all right, say we was making a job making $50K. And all of a sudden we got a raise or moved on to another job.
You gotta raise $1, you go out and get a car.
Yeah, now all of a sudden you're like, okay, I got $15,000 more, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna upgrade my vehicle. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get a bigger apartment. Knowing that we were struggling when we was at $50K, so what makes a difference? Because we got 15 more, now we wanna upgrade. We wanna level up. And it's level up.
What about you, Sarge? Do you feel that we, as people in society, we overspend, we overextend ourselves, live beyond our means? Do you personally live beyond your means?
I've learned this lesson a long time ago. Living by yourself, you learn to, manage your money and know how to live and not get anything that you just want. Because there's a difference between want and need.
Sure.
Right? But the problem in this country is that they're overselling us. And the people that usually fall into the overselling is us. Because we care so much about brands. We care so much about showing off to the next person. So I could say that I'm sure there's a percentage that's higher when it comes down to our community. Because we're buying so much just to show off.
Sure.
So yes, we do overconsume and we do spend so much on things. If you know the difference, rich people have, important things. Poor people have stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's bananas. You walk into somebody's house who's barely making it, has all these things. You could barely walk inside their house. They keep buying stuff. Stuff. And they're trying to compensate for
Other shit.
And you just keep buying. Just like you said, if you get a raise, $15,000, from 50, if anything, still live the way you were living before and save that 15. It makes a big difference.
Sure. Me personally, if anybody knows me personally, they know I'm the coupon
You're very
queen.
frugal. We
I'm
know that. You
very
said it a couple
frugal.
of times.
I am. And I remember when we made the transition into homeowners, becoming a homeowner a couple years ago. And someone that helped us, they don't even know that we know that this was said. He said that, oh my God, they bought a house, but their house is so small. And it was like, oh man, if I was buying a house, I would get something bigger and grander.
Right.
And I was kind of hurt by that because we spent our hard money to get the house, like our first house.
Right.
And then I was like, but this motherfucker lives with his mama. And it's just like, you living with mama upstairs, but you talking about the house that we were able to afford. And it wasn't like we couldn't have bought something bigger, but my mind is I'd rather be smaller and spend less on a mortgage than be living house rich, right? I'm a coupon queen. Now, I'm not saying that I don't splurge and I don't spend. What woman doesn't?
Right.
But I'm mindful that I come from the hood. I come from the ghetto. I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to go back to that lifestyle. I like to be able to buy what I want to buy when I need to go on vacation when I need to go,
and still be comfortable.
And still be comfortable that I'm not stressing. Oh, I gotta pay this shit. Right. But we all do it at some point in times. I got a car that I don't necessarily need. Maybe I should have got a cheaper car, but that's what I wanted. Should I have bought it?
Yeah, but it's always good to splurge on yourself sometimes after making a good move. It's calculated math.
You so smart. You are so damn smart. Calculated math. But this is the thing that I don't understand, and you can chime in and tell me what you think. I don't like whatever you do, however you spend your money, you are welcome to do that. It's your business.
It's yours.
Mm-hmm. But we spend so much fucking money and we're label wars and we don't even put money into our own community. We don't even buy black.
Sure.
What I'm saying, like we go out and buy whatever it is, these name brands, but it's not a black design. It's not a black hair place or whatever. What you know what I'm saying? We're spending money outside of our community. Mm-hmm. And that's an issue too.
True.
So what's your thoughts about that? The way we're spending, not even putting black dollars.
I'm gonna say something that's been bothering me about the same topic. Niggas is working a whole week to get a $200, $300 check, and what do? You go out and you buy a damn fucking Gucci belt, right? And you want to go show off at the club. In the meantime, you got somebody else that's chilling with a $2 t-shirt and a pair of jeans. He's good. So by next week, that same belt that you bought last week doesn't even matter anymore. Because you got to keep up with the fucking trend you're trying to do for yourself. Stop that bullshit, yo. Stop it. They're not promoting you, so stop promoting them.
Fuck true.
Fuck all that shit, yo.
What's your thoughts?
I agree. I can't really talk about shopping because I'm learning to like stop. So I fall in those categories. Do I shop black? No, I'm guilty of that. I am.
She's fucking honest as hell. Love her.
I'm honest. I don't shop black. Not because I don't want to, just because what I want is not what they're selling. So I'm gonna buy what I want. And
or is it that you believe that they may not have what you want, so you rather go
no,
with
it's
something
not that.
that's
It's that you hear about the name brands are white people. Like the stuff that you hear about is white people. So it's like when I go out to purchase, it's not that I'm sitting there like, okay, well they're white, so I'm gonna support them, and I'm not gonna support my black people. It's more like, okay, well I heard Christian Louboutins is hot, so that's what I want. You know what I'm saying? Or I saw Gucci. That's what I want. I want a pair of Gucci.
They keep flashing.
It's like it's like they don't promote the black manufacturers. They don't promote that. They promote the white people. And when you hear about it and everybody's talking about it, it's like the biggest thing. You want that. It's not because I think, okay, well they're white and they're black and I don't, you know. It's just like, okay, this is what's the hottest thing, so this is what I'm gonna go purchase.
They make you believe that's the hottest thing, but believe it or
well,
not.
okay, they make you believe because that's the word. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, that's what they talk about. Oh, you see them Gucci slide, you see the Gucci this, you see the Gucci that. Makes you want to go and buy Gucci. You know what I'm saying?
We're brainwashed. We're conditioned. Yeah. We really are.
I say do your homework. Find out what the black merchandisers are, and then, you know,
and
support.
The sad part is we buy these things from these white people, and they
turn around and don't like you.
Disrespect us for buying it from them. You feel me? Like, we made you
after they made their money, though.
Yeah, we made you who you are, but yet you turn around and disrespect us and talk about us and say, well, if I knew they was gonna wear our stuff, I would have never made it. You feel me? So,
but the crazy part, I think you made a very great point. The crazy part is that people still support them.
They do.
They still support them, even though they know the facts, they know the history.
There's an old audio clip online. I can't tell you who's it by or whatever, but it was basically something from like the 1950s or 60s saying, you know, how to control your black person. So basically, they tell you, you want to control them, give them brand names, because they're all into, you know, they make you believe that the brand names is what makes you feel and look better. So understand that they're selling you a brand to make you feel like you're top notch, or, you know. So if you could change that, you'll crumble the whole system, and let's bring up the black value.
Yeah, and it's our doing too, because even though the black products labels are not being put into your mind every day like the white, you know, mainstream stuff, it's for us to go out and research and search and see what the black products are.
And trust me,
because they're out there.
They're out there.
So I mean, and the thing is, it's like, well, if something's hot, because a lot of times they get it from us. If it's hot, they're gonna go commercialize everything that's fucking hot that we created.
Culture vote.
Yeah, exactly. And they're gonna sell it, and we're gonna go buy it from them instead of going to the motherfuckers that created it, invented it. You know.
If you think about it, everything that we have naturally, they want superficially. So think about that.
Lips.
lips,
ass,
you know. First they embarrass you, they demean you, they mock you for what you have naturally, and then once that phase dies down, they go back, they come out with injections, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So once they make you feel like shit, then they come out with it and trying to revamp it, trying to make it look like it's their shit. Be careful.
And just like, I remember I was at work one day, and this lady said to me, well, she said to everybody, she said, you know, Bo Derek made braids so fucking hot. And I'm like,
Bo Derek?
Bo Derek, when the bitch had the little braids, the little beads. And I'm like, we've been rocking braids since the beginning of time.
Take it back to the motherland.
Yeah. You got this white woman coming in a bathing suit out the water, and now she made it hot?
But if you look at everything that, like you said, everything that's hot came from us. The big butts, Africa. It started from our African ancestors.
Absolutely.
And now everybody want to have big booties, but that's actually from. I was talking to my girlfriend the other day. I'm like, yo, they inject this stuff, but they don't give props to when props is due. Like us African women was born with it naturally. You know,
and God given.
Yes, breast, butt, and everything, but they don't say that. They just go and say, well, inject these, and look at these white women now. They got these big butts, and it's like, but we started it. That came from us, like generations. Before y'all even knew about big butts, y'all was walking around flat ass. And now all of a sudden, everybody's souped up about some big butts, and it came from us.
Now, I'm going to say something. For all the white racists out there, if anybody around your circle has a big titty or a big butt, trace their lineage. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with black. So you can't be all the way racist if you
enjoying that big booty, Becky.
Anyway, next topic.
Convo 56. If you missed any of our previous convos, make sure you go to Stitcher, iTunes, Podomatic, TuneIn, SoundCloud. Check out our videos on YouTube. This video will be up probably tomorrow on YouTube, so make sure you check us out. We need you to go to iTunes and give us what?
5-star rating.
You know it. Chuck style. King Chuck is not in the building tonight. He'll be back next week, hopefully. Let's get into Cut 'em Loose.
Oh boy.
Got it.
I'm new to this.
All right. So
Let's go.
Cut it loose. We're gonna pick 4 things, and you have to cut one of them.
What is it this time? Is it actors? Is it music? Is it what? Style?
So I was watching an old school sitcom, and it just gave me the idea to think of to do it. So we're gonna do Cut 'em Loose this week. Sitcoms. I was gonna do 90s, but I changed it. So this is black sitcoms. So I'm gonna name 4 of them. You gotta cut one of them.
I might have some problem. I don't watch a lot of TV. So
all right, well, let's see. But this, we'll see what you can do with this. So, Nerva, I'm starting with you.
Oh boy.
Martin.
Okay, I'm here.
The Fresh Prince.
Okay, I'm here.
Girlfriends. Steve Harvey Show.
Ew.
Martin, The Fresh Prince, Girlfriends, Steve Harvey Show. Which one are you cutting?
Ooh.
God damn it.
The first one that's come to my mind to cut is, and I love him, I'm sorry, Steve Harvey.
That's where I was going.
You gotta cut him.
That's where I was
Why
going.
you cutting Steve?
I don't know. I feel like Martin is a classic, of course. Fresh Prince, another classic, of course.
Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
Yes, right? And Girlfriends was just, it was good. Like, it was girls, it was chilling. You know, it was what
That was
us
my
black
shit.
women
Yes.
I like. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what we portray ourselves to be. So Steve Harvey was cool. We talk about the school Steve Harvey, right? When he was
Yeah.
it was cool. I love you, Steve Harvey, but
You got to cut him?
yeah, we gotta cut you. Sorry, boo.
So Nerva's cutting Steve Harvey. Ajax, sorry. Let me read this whistle.
Wait. Give me a refresher course. Girlfriends with, is that the one with Queen
Tracy
Latifah?
No, you talk about living single with Queen Latifah. This was Tracy Ellis Ross.
Right.
The girl with the lips. I can't think of her name. The
girl with
whore.
the lips.
She
Don't
was like
every girl
a
have
lawyer.
lips.
No, but the big lips, like
It was the 4 of them.
yeah, and then the guy.
It was the 4 of them. They was always together. They was always chilling.
My girlfriend.
Yeah.
I think I kind of remember, but you know what? I'm gonna cut Girlfriends out. The
Because
reason-
it's females, you being sexist and shit.
Well, listen, if I'm watching watching the show, I'm like, oh shit, Girlfriends is on. I gotta, you know. No, here's the thing though. I'm gonna cut Girlfriends out because of course it came down to, you know, I think 4 girls and how they're living their lives, whatever, right? I'm cutting that out because of course Martin's a classic.
Yes, facts.
We had the Steve Harvey show. It showed a black man in a position of teaching and, you know, whatever, which was a different light. So I'm keeping that there. And the other show was
Fresh Prince.
Come on.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on a playground is where I spend
One of my days was to be about
Chilling out nice and relaxing on cool. Shooting some people outside of school.
Then a couple of guys who were up no good.
Started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got one little fight and my mom got scared. She said, "Woman with an auntie and uncle in LA." I was full of cabin when it came near. Life played freshman.
That's in there.
If anything, I can say that this cat was weird, but I thought, man, forget it. Yo, home to LA. I pulled up to the house about 7 already now. Yeah, to the cab. Yo, stay later. Looked at my kingdom. I was finally there. Sit on my throne as a prince of LA.
I'm not doing that.
You can't cut that. You can't cut that.
Even if I wanted to in the club, they play that shit. So,
Everybody knows that. That's classic.
Nah.
You can't
So
not cut
I'm
it.
cutting Girlfriends out.
Okay.
Girlfriends.
Yeah.
It was 4 black women who was professional. They was, you know, it wasn't like they was like whores or nothing, or, you know, just sitting around doing nothing.
But here's the thing. Here's my thing though. Girlfriends came after the time that I wasn't being home. Because listen, we had Living Single.
That was my shit.
Right?
Yes.
Living Single was kind of like a premier example to Girlfriends. So Living Single was around the same time as Martin. And
They used to come back to back. It was Martin
Right.
first and Living Single.
Then
Then New
you
York
had
Undercover.
Fresh Prince. So it's kind of like, okay, if you've seen one, it's kind of like you've seen the other a little bit. But my era was that whole Fresh Prince, that whole Steve Harvey and whatever. After that, I was done with TV. So
you cutting Girlfriends.
That was
Okay,
an era of
Girlfriends.
Girlfriends had a meaning.
I didn't get a chance to get into Girlfriends. I watched Living Single.
We ain't talking about Living Single.
I'm
One
just
girlfriend
saying.
show was enough. One
It was enough for me.
That nigga said he watched Living Single.
You know,
That's enough. I
there's
did
always
shit.
one professional one. There's always one ditzy one. There's always one. She's a whore. You know. And that same idea actually crossed over to what was that show with the white girls?
Golden Girls?
No,
that was before.
No.
That was
The
a
one-
classic too.
That's my shit. I
They
love
even
it,
made a
girls.
movie out of it.
Blanche, my bitch. Blanche Devereaux. What you know about that?
Something City. I can't remember their name.
Sex in the City.
Sex in the
Oh
City.
yeah, they steal our shit. Another
Yeah.
thing about stealing our shit.
Anyway, so same premise, you know, just different people. I'm good.
All right, so when it comes to me, can't cut Martin.
Of course.
Nah.
You still laugh at Martin. I was watching Martin the other night, 3 o'clock in the morning, and that shit seemed like you never seen that episode. You just be dying.
It's dying, like yeah, it's like it's brand new.
Shit.
So as far as the Fresh Prince, we fucking did the theme song. You can't cut.
No.
Girlfriends was so relatable. Like that was me. I can relate to them.
Me too.
To see females doing their things, can't cut them.
No,
Steve
okay.
Harvey, I never really watched it.
He was cool, but I didn't see a premise to it. Like I didn't see. What was the? I guess the whole lesson was okay. They're black
Educator,
and
he's in the
education.
system, right?
He was what, the principal?
Yeah.
I guess.
No, he was assistant because the girl
Regina
was the
right.
principal.
was the principal. It was cool.
And then plus he had his boy with him too.
Cedric
and
even still, the shit was not good to me. I like, and they had the big fat girl from All That. Remember the white girl from All That?
Yeah.
So
it didn't
gotta
have to
cut
be
it.
funny to me, but it was just the premise behind it.
But shout outs to that show. It was cool, and rest in peace to Marlon because he did pass away from that show.
I think he got
into a car accident, I believe,
Something
or something
like
like that. Was
Well,
it
somebody
him?
killed
there was
him.
that young kid, right?
Yeah,
it was
the one that was the.
No, I think
pretty
somebody
boy.
shot him.
Something happened, but
No, he got shot.
Yeah, he got
Okay, he
shot
got-
like in New York or something.
So
Yeah.
rest in peace to
It
him.
was
And,
like 3-4 years ago, right?
That was
This
more.
was
This
years
is
ago.
years ago.
Yeah.
Not right. Yeah, years
Years
ago. So yeah, I'm cutting the Steve Harvey show. Nerva is cutting Steve Harvey
Steve
show.
Harvey.
I'm cutting
Ajax is
girlfriends.
cutting girlfriends. And he's just being sexist, really.
No, I'm not being sexist.
He's being sexist. So we want to know, who are you cutting? The Fresh Prince, Martin, girlfriends, or the Steve Harvey show?
And if you're not cutting, who you taking out and adding on? Because there was a lot of
She's
different
trying to
shows.
change
It
the rules. We don't-
was a lot of different shows we
I
could
think
add
it's
on.
time that we're gonna do add-ons.
They changed the shit.
I'm just saying.
She will not be here next week. Don't
No,
worry about it.
it could have been the 4 shows that day. You know, I'm thinking off the top of my
No,
head. a
no,
bunch of
no,
different
no,
shows.
Yo, there's a lot of different shows that I can play. I was gonna put the Cosby Show in, but that's an automatic.
But we
Nobody's
didn't do
gonna
that.
touch
We
it.
had these
We had
four.
these, absolutely. But there's so many.
But
different
Girlfriends
shows.
kind of falls out. Like, I get what he's saying, because Girlfriends is kind of like not in the era of Martin and Fresh Prince and Steve Harvey. Those is like,
They came out in the 2000s.
I said that already.
Oh, all right, she can't reiterate your point.
I was trying to reiterate your point.
So you reiterate already.
So, Convo 56, make sure you check out all our previous convos. Stitcher, iTunes, Podomatic, TuneIn, SoundCloud, and YouTube. And I'm trying to get us on Google Play. Google Play hasn't been my friend. I can't really fuck with it. I'm trying to get it on there. But make sure you check us out. Leave those 5-star ratings. Make sure you're following us on our social media. Make sure you're following me, The Real Tiffany Nicole, the podcast, Midnight Convos Podcast. Where are you on Instagram again?
Instagram, Lovin' Me Finally, Lovin' spelling Luvin, Me Finally 33, all one word.
Ajax Sarge, how can they reach you?
JJax77, JAJAX77, or Facebook, Gene Ajax.
All right, King Chuck is the real King Chuck.
Yeah,
Any
yeah,
parting
yeah,
words? We leave with parting words.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime.
It's very
Never
fun,
again.
very fun. Hope to be back again very soon.
Nope.
Interesting conversations. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all vote for me to come back on, because this hate over here don't want me on here
You
no
said
more.
parting words, not like a fucking parting diary. Wow. Damn it.
He's a hater. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you for having me again. And hopefully I'll see y'all soon.
Again.
Absolutely.
You were here already?
You know what I mean.
Okay. Listen, live and let live, y'all.
I can't.
Well, be blessed. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Bye.